Hi there, everybody. I'm Jennifer Angel. Welcome to week of April the 8th. Okay, let's get started. All right, so as I mentioned last week, we're now experiencing the second eclipse, and this one is the solar eclipse. Okay, so, whatever you decided during the last eclipse, the lunar eclipse, which was in the sign of Libra, with the sun opposite in Aries, it's very much focused on relationships. All right. So it brings the focus back to you as well. All right. So as I said last week, that first quadrant is on the zodiac is always about you. It's a relationship you have with yourself. And that's one of my favorite sayings. In life is, your first responsibility in life is to yourself, because if you don't look after yourself, how can you be there for others, right? And then, you have to be true to you first, and then you can be true to other people. Makes sense, right? All right, so it starts with you looking after you, going within, and certainly with Mercury now in retrograde in Aries, all right, it's a time when you can look at anything from the past that needs to be finalized. Perhaps you need to gain closure, you need to just go, enough. And I've certainly got a situation like that in my life. So, or perhaps you just get a realization about something significant to you and decide to make changes, right? But the first step always is to recognize what's happening and then consider whether it's something that you want to have in your life, and and as I've said many times before, sometimes we just have to go down a wrong track to know that that person's situation, job, or whatever is not right for us. And sometimes we simply learn what it is that we want by knowing what we don't want. Okay, so don't give yourself a hard time if you know what, I learned that lesson before. Obviously, I didn't really learn it that well. I had to do it again. It's like, okay, enough of giving yourself a hard time. It is what it is. Everything in life serves you. Look for the blessings and be thankful that, you know what, I reckon I see that now. I don't have to go through that again. All right. All right. So, so it's a huge realization time with both of these eclipses, the lunar and the solar. There's a lot of intense, just simply life-shifting energy, all right? So, and midweek Mars, which is the planet of motivation and passion, it gets sort of like a bit of a bad drill sometimes, Mars, because it's, impulsive, it can be assertive, but also aggressive. But, it is like, it's a trigger point often with Mars. It does like just get, it's a time to move, it's time to change, it's time to shift where I'm at right now and do something different. Okay. And so midweek Mars, is going to connect with Saturn, and Saturn is in the sign of Pisces. Now, Mars and Saturn together don't necessarily play nicely, because Saturn is a pretty heavy duty sort of planet, okay? And in that sense, it wants to like hold back Mars's fabulous enthusiasm and impulsiveness, and it wants to sort of squash it. And meanwhile, in Pisces, the energy wants to just go with the flow, beautiful Pisces. And Saturn wants to get everything in order. So, there's like a push-pull here. But, there are challenges, certainly around this planetary interaction. However, it doesn't need to be a challenge, right? If you can work with the energy together, just allow yourself a little bit of flexibility. Don't dig in too much. Don't be inflexible. Don't say my way or the highway. That's not going to work over here. And just allow change to take place and just see what happens organically. And then it can be advantageous, not just advantageous, but in a big way. As I said, this is literally a life-shifting time. All right. There may also be a need to, with some issues, perhaps offer an apology to someone, or just have a greater understanding and compassion, putting yourself in the other person's position. What do they say? Walk in someone else's shoes before you sort of say anything or have any judgment, right? So, keep that in mind. And, if you can do that, then you can rise above and work with, the beautiful Pisces energy rather than getting stuck in this sort of to and fro, backwards and forwards power play between Mars and Saturn. But you can still use the Mars energy just to push forward and the energy of Saturn just to stabilize things. So, and how do we do this? First of all, you make a plan, okay? So make them real, set foundations, set boundaries, and then get clear about what it is you really want in your life, okay? And so then it's all good. The last major aspect later in the week is a connection between the Sun and Mercury. The conjunctions are in two planets are at the same degree in the same sign. Once the degrees are a little bit further apart, even 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees, then, which is an orb of influence, depending on the combination, then you can have that conjunction in two signs, one planet is in one sign and the other is in the other sign. But to be at the exact degree, it's always in the same sign. And that's really the true eye of the storm type part of the conjunction. Right? Conjunctions are also trigger points. And, they come with a great deal of combined energy with the two planets. Now, of course, once again, Mercury is retrograde, all right? So you want to just keep in mind that when people, things, and situations are familiar of something from the past, or perhaps someone or a situation re-enters your life and shows up again, then it can be a message just to look a little closer, go a little deeper, gain a greater insight, more realization of what it actually means for you, okay? Well, people can come back into your life for you to review, reject, or embrace, right? And you're the only one who knows what scenario that's going to be, but it's certainly a message to pay attention to it in one way or another. And with solar eclipse energy, then this can mean a very, very nice situation can take place and just evolve and to move forward. Sometimes, people come back in our lives for us to heal and renew, and it can be better than before, right? So stay optimistic, just move forward with an open heart and an open mind, okay? All right, so let's move forward now and have a look at each of the signs, starting, of course, with Aries. So what you do now has the power to change your life, Aries. So leave the past behind to reinvent yourself, okay? Don't bring it into your present. Retrograde Mercury in your sign is going to help you connect with people from the past, all right? But as I said, in the planetary review, sometimes it's just to reject, renew, or embrace, all right? And the eclipse moon energy sends exciting opportunities your way. So this is a great time, a lot of energy, just stay focused on your most important. Don't get too distracted, okay? All right, so moving on, let's have a look at Taurus. So don't rush to make important decisions at work now, Taurus. Give yourself time to think through the consequences. Think like a Libra, pros and cons. If I do this, go that way, what will be the result? If I do this, go that way, what will be the outcome? All right. And the people that you meet now can support your long-term plans, which means get organized. You want to know what those long-term plans are. Then you put those goals, those dreams, wishes, and inspiration out to the universe, and the people will draw in, okay? With love, just simply follow your heart. If it feels great, do it. If it doesn't, don't, all right? Okay, so Gemini, all relationships, including friendships, need to tune up now and again, Gemini, right? Nothing stays the same forever. And eclipse moon energy right now is going to provide you with the power to just take control and just alter your arrangements if that's what you want, okay? If the options are there, it's up to you. Cancer, be careful not to overthink a problem at the office. Let fate work its magic, Cancer. Just trust, with business or work or your career, just trust that things will work out exactly as they are meant to. Sometimes when we remove ourselves a bit, then it just gives the option when we're not sort of controlling of how it should be, that gives the option of it to just to fall into place organically. And with the eclipse moon energy, of course, the moon is your ruler, is energy. Energy now on the side is really on your side, okay? So, and if love is right, then you'll know it. You'll know it in your heart. You'll know it. You're a water sign. You're highly intuitive. So pay attention to how you feel. All right. Okay. So Leo, if you think someone is hiding something, Leo, they probably are. So just trust your instincts on that. And, when a decision involves money, act with the highest level of integrity so nobody can question your motives. Very important right now. Okay. Always, but it's highlighted now. So you want to slow down with love. There's lots going on in your life. Just let a connection grow organically. If it feels right, you'll know it. Okay. If it's not right, you'll also know it. Don't try to force it. Virgo, so passion planet Mars in your love zone, relationships and love take on a higher priority now, Virgo. All right, so it's also indicates a new beginning. So you want to surround yourself with inspiring people, people who share the same vision of those who motivate you, and help you, support you, and inspire to doing great things, not those that want to like nitpick and bring you down and sort of squash you down. And normally when people are doing that, they're trying to bring you down to their level. Don't allow it, okay? All right, Libra, think outside the box to get ahead at work, Libra. Well, you're great at doing that. You can gain recognition from influential power players right now just by presenting innovative ideas. Those ideas you get just before you fall asleep in the shower or when you wake up. Okay, take note of them. Have a little notepad next to your bed. Because when you're in the zone, Libra, anything is possible, truly. Moon energy right now gives your love life a new start. So this is nice. Get out, be social. Remember, no one knows more than you that life and love is about balance. It's about give and take. All right, so Scorpio, sometimes you just need to take a risk to get ahead, Scorpio. That's what life is like. But when it concerns money, it's best to be responsible. All right, so your personal life is up for review now. So you want to sort of just have a look, what with money and finances, what's going on business, what's going on personal. Set a good budget, a budget that you can work with, but a budget that helps you get ahead and build security. Okay, and look at every area of your life, right? And with relationships, you can form relationships now that good solid relationships that can be with you for the future, builds longevity for the future, not just with the love mate, but with all relationships, the people that are in your life that are there that support you. And don't forget that relationships are about support and challenge. All right, this is a very powerful and positive time. If you come up around some challenges, then it means you're learning. You'll probably step out of your comfort zone a little, and there's a message and a lesson there for you in some way. Okay, Sagittarius. So if your routine suddenly changes, Sagittarius, get ready to think on your feet. You're a fire sign, and you're a knowledgeable sign. You're quite able to do that, right? And you maybe, need to be just a little bit unconventional to show others that you're serious about climbing the ladder, all the way for the top, just not to, mess around down the bottom. You're serious about your goals and where you want to go, and you're making plans to get there. All right. So take notice of the signs of coincidence and chance meetings. There's Serendipity. Great movie if you haven't seen it, Serendipity. One of my favorites. So, these are going to be some of your signs that you're on the right path. They're like subliminal messages coming through to you. All right, because Capricorn, your work connections can come through for you now, Capricorn. So be patient. Strategies are being put into place. And so, from other people, work behind the scenes and the work that you're doing yourself. So we're in a Mercury retrograde, time now, great time to get organized, great time for planning, great time to getting things in place and setting processes. No one's better than getting a process down than a Capricorn, right? And your home and work can combine now in some way, and change can move you just to the next phase of your life. As an earth sign, us Capricorns and earth sign, we don't really like change that much. We sort of, we like things to be a little more predictable. But guess what? It's change that really just lets you grow and moves you to the place in your dreams, the place that you think about. So keep that in mind. You've got to be open to change, otherwise you'll just stagnate and tread water, in the same spot. So something just to be mindful about. And with love, beware of getting too serious with love. Okay, just be romantic, just enjoy it. Don't, if you're going out with someone, you don't have to automatically think, are they going to be a good partner? Am I going to grow old with them? Have some fun, Capricorn. Just enjoy connecting with people. All right, so Aquarius, discussions around a creative venture look optimistic now, all right? So solid plans can be set into place for you to move in the right direction. What that direction is up to you. You're the only one that really knows what the right direction is, okay? But you want to banish self-doubts and just put aside some time to spend on your self-development, like you're better than what you think. Most people, I feel, are better than what they think. Okay, so just get rid of like those doubts, because those doubts can be fears, and fears are just moving out of your comfort zone, and they're the things that hold you back. Okay, so focus on you, focus on your self-development. Money matters look positive now too, but you want to check the facts and figures, get a good financial system in place. Okay, so Pisces, if you've decided to come clean and confess a secret to someone, Pisces, okay, then make sure you have his or her full attention, all right? And make sure you're not giving away someone else's secrets without their permission as well, because that's not cool and can, they'll probably find out at some point, and then you'll be in hot water, okay? Now, money matters can suddenly improve, so that's good news. And but you want to make a plan to manage your cash. If you don't have a system right now, this is the time to get one. Particularly as Mercury is retrograde, great time to get your finances in order. And with love, just lighten up with love. Enjoy the moment, but make sure you're not giving somebody false messages or double messages. All right. Okay, so thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week. Have a great week. Bye for now.